Well, good afternoon and welcome to Lakeland Village Golf Course in beautiful Allen for the Quality Care Open, now known as the Jack Stark Invitational. Diedrich Allen here for MasonWebTV, powered by HCC. We're live at the Lakeland Village, obviously, and today we are here to talk about, well, we're raising funds for, well, quite a bit for the birthing center at Mason General Hospital. And instead of me telling you about it, why don't we hear from Chris Gaw? Back at Lakeland Village.
I'm Chris Gaw. I am the manager of the birth center at Mason General Hospital.
So we're here to talk about the fund an item, but it's really more like a series of items for this. Am I saying that correctly?
It is. It's actually, we kind of divide up the birth center, kind of gets divided up a little bit into labor and delivery. And then we have the nursery and we have our postpartum area. We're all one unit, but we kind of do things a little bit separately when we're doing funding. So there are a couple of things that we're looking at. One is replacing a couple of our labor beds. And we do have four specialty beds actually in this unit that are specifically designed for laboring moms. They were able to tear those down, which means that we can take the whole end of the bed off for deliveries, but we can also take the end of the bed off for different positioning things. And when moms are laboring, it's really important that you are able to reposition them. We do a lot of crazy positions actually to help babies descend out of the tummy into the birth canal and to come out. And these beds are actually designed to help us better position people. So both for delivery and during labor. So they are very specialized, and the beds we've had for quite some time. They were purchased before I was a manager. And so it is time to replace those. So we're hoping to replace a couple of those this year, and then hopefully actually the other two next year.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, there's also some monitors involved in this?
We do. So the monitors that we're looking to replace in our department are for the babies. One is a smaller monitor. It's actually, not that big, but it attaches to the side of our radiant warmers where we put the babies when we, need to examine them or if they need any special help after delivery. These monitors we can hook up to monitor their heart rate and rhythm. They also monitor their oxygen saturation, their respiratory rate, and they're actually it's the standard of care now that when you have a baby that needs to be monitored or that needs to have respiratory assistance after birth, that you put them on a heart monitor. And that way you're getting a more accurate reading of what's going on with their heart and what's going on with their oxygen saturation. So the one does fit on the warmers, and currently we only have one of those in our actual department. And so when we have more than one delivery going on, we have to grab it out of one room and take it to another room. And there are many times that we have, births happening within minutes of each other in separate rooms. So ideally, we really should have one on each of our radiant warmers so we don't have to switch those back and forth. So that's one of our monitors. And then the second monitor is kind of a bigger version of that. It does a few more things on it. And it's a actual bigger, physically bigger. And it sits on its own separate stand. We can move it from place to place. So if, there's a delivery happening somewhere that it shouldn't be, like in the parking lot, we could take it out there. There are places we can take it that we cannot take, that the little monitors just aren't as helpful for. And this would sit right on a stand. And we will use that monitor also when we have a baby who's sick that's in the nursery. That's the monitor that we put them on. Gives us a little bit better capability. And then we do have one of those too right now. We have one. It is very, I don't want to say it's very old, but it is. It's sort of at end of life. And excuse me, take a drink of water. So it's harder to get pieces and parts for that now if it needs to be fixed. So really the manufacturer and our biomed department have recommended that we replace that. So we're trying to replace that as well.
Well, tell me your switching gears now. Tell me your involvement in the Quality Care Open over the years.
My own involvement.
Yes.
The birth center. Well, as a staff nurse, it's kind of an ongoing process. It's sort of the job of all of us to, keep updated on what standards of care are like, on equipment that's available. And of course, as a manager, it then becomes my job to take those things and move them on to the next level and make sure that we do get updated, that our policies are up to date, that our equipment is up to date. Mason General has been really great at, our community has been really great at making sure that we have the equipment that we need to give great care to our patients. We were actually one of the first hospitals in the area, meaning in several counties, to have what's called a neopuff, which is a special device that allows us to give respiratory assistance or help babies breathe. It's a little different than a ventilator. It's not as complicated as a ventilator. It's kind of an interim way for us to be able to get air into the baby's lungs. And we were one of the first places to have that. So the hospital's just been really good about being supportive of that. And it's all of our jobs that work back here just to make sure that we are keeping that stuff up to date and not, falling behind what's available and what really truly is the standard of care for patients.
Okay, Chris, that's all the questions I had.
Okay.
I want to thank you for taking some time.
Thank you.
And again, Mason General Hospital Foundation is raising funds for the birth center at Mason General Hospital to purchase a new IntelliVue MX400 transportable cardiac monitor that can be used to monitor a baby's heart rate, oxygen saturation, respiratory rate, and blood pressure. Foundation is also raising funds for the IntelliVue MX100, a portable standalone monitor for on-the-go patient monitoring, and LD304 birthing beds by Stryker. To donate, go online at masongeneral.com/foundation or call 360-427-3623. That's 360-427-3623. Back at Lakeland Village, Diedrich Allen, and I'm with the man here at Lakeland Village. It's Tyson. Tyson, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone and tell them about you and your job here at Lakeland?
Sure. Yeah, thanks for having me out. We're lucky to have you guys here this week. It's a big tournament for us. I grew up in the golf industry, and getting to do a tournament this big in my first year as a head golf professional is pretty cool. It's, once again, big event for Lakeland, and we're happy to have everyone here.
Tell us a little bit about your career. Where have you been? What have you done before you came here?
Sure. Yeah, so like I said, I grew up golfing ever since I was 5. I worked at my home course for about 10 years. Went to Gold Mountain for a year and then was offered the head golf professional position here. Started here in March and have just hit the ground running 1st of March. Yep.
Tell us about the course. This is very scenic.
Yeah.
Is it a challenge?
Yeah, so I think one thing our course doesn't get a lot of is people think that it's pretty easy, but it's got a lot of teeth. Our greens are some of the best in the state. They're really fast, really undulated, so you got to be careful on the greens for sure. A lot of out of bounds there that you don't think you see, but it'll come up on you real quick. But the course is pristine. Our maintenance guys do a really good job of taking care of our course, and we're really lucky to have a good team for sure.
Is there a particular hole that you find most challenging?
The one right behind us, hole 18. Yeah, I don't know if the camera shows it, but you've got OB down the left side, water down the right side, and it just gets narrower the further you hit it, and it's a long hole. So, lots of tournaments we have out here are decided on that hole based off that tee shot. So I would say the 18th.
Do you have a favorite?
My favorite is Gen 3 Hole 5 is a downhill par 5, reachable in 2, but you got to be pretty precise with your tee shots. So I think it's a pretty risk-reward hole, which is great.
Now, tell us about your feelings on this event
Yeah.
and raising funds for the birthing center.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to do it. I think it benefits both us and the hospital, which is obviously a great partnership. And to see this money go into something as great as those birthing beds is a really great thing. And we're happy to be able to help that in any way we can, certainly.
All right, Tyson, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for stopping in.
Okay, thanks for having me.
All right, Tyson, lead pro here. Dynamic Collectors has provided decades of premier debt recovery services for all of Washington since 1990 and is locally owned and operated. As the largest nurse call system provider in Western Washington, Electrocom offers the solutions necessary to reduce noise, improve patient safety, reduce staff response times, and increase staff efficiency. Healthcare Resource Group is a leader in developing customized revenue cycle management solutions that deliver real results for hospitals and clinics. Hood Canal Communications is committed to providing quality services that exceed customers' expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Always helps to push the right button.
Yes, indeed.
So Mark Nault is a guest now, and he's with OCU, correct?
Our community credit union, yes.
And talk about the company a little bit.
Well, our community credit union is a state-chartered credit union here in Mason County. We are pushing 100 years, and we serve primarily we served Simpson Credit Union or Simpson Timber Company originally, and we were a federal chartered credit union then, and then we changed to a state charter, which allowed people that worshiped or went to school in Washington State to join our credit union.
So your involvement in this tournament, how many years have you been?
At least 15 years involved with the tournament, and I also served on the hospital foundation for a number of years, which gave me an opportunity to see the great value that the hospital delivers to the community, which sometimes goes unseen. So sometimes I feel like a mouthpiece for the hospital foundation and the hospital in general, just to show how great they are in the community, along with our community credit union, of course.
The birthing center definitely needs some support, right?
Birthing center really needs some support, particularly with women that are of low and maybe low income and English isn't their first language. Perhaps, you know, that support is definitely needed.
So the course, you've played out here.
I've played out here several times over the years. Lakeland Village is great. You know, obviously they have the 3-generation courses out here, the 3 9-hole courses. It's a challenge, and they've always been supportive of the community and the hospital as well over the years.
When was the last time you were out here?
Probably 2 years ago at another golf tournament.
Do you remember a particular hole that was a challenge?
You know, I think almost all the holes are a challenge at a 19 handicap golfer. So not really. No, not really.
Not really. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go, get out there and have some fun.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Mark Nault, our community credit union. Thanks for joining us. Our community credit union is proud to celebrate 80 years of dedicated service to our community. OCCU has remained true to its roots, providing personal, caring service while creating innovative and flexible financial products and services that are focused on helping members meet their financial goals through both traditional banking values and technology-driven services. Of course, Jen has to yell when we start going here. CDW is the next up, and I'm going to let Brad introduce himself.
Yeah, so I'm Brad Gladys from CDW Healthcare. Been working with these guys over here for the last About 5 years, I'm supporting the Quality Care Open for Mason Health. We've really enjoyed being with these guys over the last couple of years, and Jen Caps and all the folks that put this together. Thankful for the opportunity to be here and support the organization as well as Mason County as a whole.
Tell us about CDW. What do you do?
So CDW, we're an IT reseller for product services and staffing as well. We've been around since the 80s. Absolutely working with a lot of the healthcare industry specifically. So a lot of the organizations in the greater Seattle area. Specifically with Mason Health, we do a lot of work with their IT group, supporting both the Mason Clinic and the main campus.
This event today, raising some funds for the Birthing Center, how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's great to just be out here. We know we've not been able to do this as much as they've wanted to. So to be out here again and be able to fund, some of the needs for the organization, get them the funds so they can focus on the quality care for the people, for the patients in the organization. So it's great to be here. It's great to see that they're going to use this money and help some people, and most importantly, carry the Mason mission forward.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks for taking some time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
From the data center to the point of care, CDW equips more than 15,000 healthcare organizations and senior care facilities with the technology and agility to thrive.
My name is Tom Stewart with JTSL Partners. I'm the president and co-founder.
Tom, why don't you tell us a little bit about what this company is and what it does?
JTSL Partners is a revenue cycle management, consulting, and professional services firm. We provide services to hospitals and physicians nationwide. Our services can range from rev cycle to health information management to IT, as well as we have an analytics platform.
Now, it says on your website that you're a co-founder.
I am.
Tell me, how did that go about? How did you get involved in this?
Well, I've been in healthcare for almost 30 years, and just growing up, not growing up, I would say, just building my career with larger healthcare organizations, such as Siemens Medical or KPMG, Mark, and IBM. What we decided to do 14 years ago is really break away from that and really put a trusted advisory services firm together. It's very concentrated and focused in the revenue cycle management space. And that's what we've done, just built it one client at a time. We've been very fortunate to have worked with Mason since 2018. We are based in Georgia, and everybody knows where Mason is.
So tell me about your involvement with this golf tournament and the Quality Care Open.
Yeah, we like I said, we've contributed to Mason a couple of years. This year, we decided to really, from a platinum perspective, I'll just speak on behalf of the firm. We're delighted to be participating this year at this level at the Mason Health Quality Care Tournament. I think too, philanthropy is a very integral part of our culture. Not unusual for us at all to be very active with our clients and in the philanthropy side. It actually is one of our core fundamentals internally, to be an active part of a community, and that can be both here locally or with our clients. And I will say, speaking on behalf of the firm, our team has been, like I said, very fortunate to be working with Mason Health, and we've had just tremendous support from our executive sponsors, Rick Smith, Brad Becker, and their team members. And it's just been exciting to work with them over the years, helping them build out a sustainability plan.
JTSL Partners is a healthcare management consulting firm focused on enterprise revenue cycle management, health information management, health information technology, and analytics as a service. JTS offers consulting and operational services that align with performance improvement initiatives of healthcare systems, hospitals, and physician practices. We are out on the course with Karen Shade. And Karen, tell everybody what your title is and what your involvement is.
Well, I am the chairman, the lucky chairman of this golf tournament this year because I stepped in for Jeff McHarg and for the wonderful Jack Stark.
Let's talk about Jack for a moment, if you don't mind. Known Jack for a few years myself. I love the guy. What has he been like to work with?
You know, he is Shelton is not Shelton without Jack.
True.
I mean, we've got the football stadium now is named Stark, Stadium, and he really started this tournament, so it's kind of an honor for me to kind of step in his shoes. Maybe I'm there, maybe a quarter, but he knows everybody in the community. And if you mention his name, they always have a smile on their face because he is a gentleman. That's all there is to it. And he's great, and he loves to help the hospital, and this was his baby, so I feel very honored that I was able to step in and help.
Your feelings on the tournament and its, well, the foundation for that matter, and its benefit.
Oh, I think this is one of the best tournaments around. We get everyone from outside the community to really see what we're doing. And I love doing this. I've done this since 2013. And I love doing golf tournaments anyhow because I love to be out here on the course. It's gorgeous and meet so many people. And obviously with me being the chairman this year, it's my job to say thank you to all of our sponsors that come through and our golfers to help us. So
The benefit of this tournament.
the benefit is all going to raise
The birthing center.
we're raising a lot of money for some new beds and basically just help the hospital out. That's what we're here for.
This course, are you familiar with this course?
No, but I love it. I met the owner this morning, Rick, and he told me a little bit of history of it. So that's always kind of fun to see his grandfather and uncle started this, and he's had it since '95. So I can't wait to golf. I'm coming back here next week to get fitted for some golf clubs, and then my son and I are going to golf. So yeah, it's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful out here. I'm glad we're here this year.
Okay, Karen, I'm going to let you get back to work here.
Oh, yes, I do my famous burritos. Oh. So yes.
So come out to hole 2. Oh, never mind.
That's right, hole 2, I've got some.
All right, thanks, Karen. The Squaxin are the descendants of the maritime people who lived along the shores and watersheds of the 7 southernmost inlets of the Puget Sound for many thousands of years. Their culture is still very much connected to this aquatic environment. Muted everything when Tracy was talking. All right, we're back here at the Lakeland Village. I need to take that out of my ear. Chris Stark is with me now. Chris, this tournament is now named after your father. How does that make your family feel?
We're just all really proud. It's a terrific honor for our entire family, my brother and sister, and my mom and dad. Just deeply touched, and it's quite an honor. So we just thank everyone, and just really appreciate it.
Now, Jack was involved with this for a long time, 25 years plus. And how long have you been involved?
I have been out of town for the last 25 years, so I always just heard about it vicariously through my father, and always kind of wanted to be a part of it. So I'm glad I am this year.
And the purpose of today is to raise funds for hospital equipment, birthing center equipment. Does that have something, does that touch your heart in a special way?
Yeah, just such a great cause. Excuse me, just such a great cause. My dad has been involved with the hospital for so many years, and it's been something close to the heart for everyone in our family.
Okay. I'm going to let you go out and enjoy yourself today.
All right, thanks.
All right. Thank you,
What
sir.
do you think? Is it going to work?
It'll work.
All right.
Keeping it short.
That's good.
Next victim today. Take this out of my ear so I don't hear myself in the delay. It's Casey Lowe. He's with Capital Business Machine. And Casey, tell me about your company.
Well, my company, we've been in business since 1952, and our sole purpose for being in business is to help people and help organizations, not only be more efficient, but also we try to provide the best products, the best services, that are on the market. I mean, I've one driving force behind our growth has been that we just don't allow customers to be upset. So they have to be happy no matter what. And whatever that means, we'll take care of it.
So you're out here to play a little golf and support the hospital. How many years have you been doing this?
So I believe we've been doing it as original when you guys first had your first inaugural event. We were at that event. The hospital has been a customer of ours, I think for almost 20 years. And back when Mary was there, and yeah, we had a lot of history. You had the best chef in Mason County working at the hospital, and I remember going to the hospital to have a little prime rib dinner, or lunch, which was amazing. But yeah, so we've been big supporters. I don't know, how long has this event been going on?
I'm saying 26 years.
26 years, all right. And so a little background on, so my brother Derek and I now own Capital Business Machines. We bought the company 2 years ago. I'd worked there for 26 years, my 27th year. And Derek has worked there, it's his 21st year. And so we worked together for 19 years before we bought it. So we get along good, and we're working stuff out. But it's been super exciting. The hospital is one of our largest customers, and we're here to support them and to see all of their customers and all the people in the community. My family actually homesteaded into Mason County. My grandmother was of one of the first graduating classes from Shelton High School. And so our roots go really, really deep into Mason County. My Uncle Chuck started Lumberman's there. Yeah, it's near and dear to our hearts.
So let's talk about golf and this course. You've played out here, right?
Yeah, we've had events here before, Yeah, this course is great. And of course, the weather's fantastic today. You couldn't ask for a better day, and I'm so happy to be back here. I'm so happy that you guys are having the event. It's been a few years now, a couple years that we haven't had this event, so it's great to be back. It's great to see the support of the community too for the hospital. So, no, we're looking forward to it. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Well, that's what it's about, right? Having fun and supporting the hospital.
Absolutely. No, it is. It definitely is. So, and then with COVID happening too, we have a disinfectant and sanitizing side of our business. We sell the big UVC towers that they use in the hospitals, and we do all of the air purification and stuff like that also. And that's been a big part of our business in the last couple of years, to just try to help people not only go back to work, but to stay at work. And that's the big thing, is like not have the spread in their offices and stuff like that. And that's something we're super good at, is like being able to know what technology goes where within an office, so that you don't have the spread of your flus, your coronaviruses now, right? And just your normal stuff that happens within offices. So, and that's been amazing. Usually in our office, we'd always hit that cold and flu season and wipe out a third of our staff at a time, which for a small business is huge. It was so expensive. So having that technology in place, that we don't have any virus spread anymore in our office, is amazing, and our employees are super appreciative.
Well, thanks, Casey. I'll let you get out on the course.
Getting rid of me, are you?
Go have fun, Casey. For over 6 decades, Capital Business Machines customers continue to receive personal and individualized support from the staff and superior quality business equipment and service at a fair price. Of course, Jen has to yell when we start going here. Of Always helps to unmute yourself when you're ready to go. And next guy is Brent. Brent, you are with
OAC Services.
And your involvement in this tournament today.
We're a gold level sponsor today.
Tell us about OAC.
OAC is a construction and project management consulting firm. So we've actually been working with the hospital since about 2008, and just a fantastic client. But we provide project management services throughout the design and construction of their different campus expansions and renovations.
And today we're talking about raising funds for the birthing center and a lot of equipment. Your feelings on that?
I couldn't be happier to support it. You know, I'm a young dad myself, and any cause that Mason Health has been involved with in the Mason General Hospital Foundation, in my experience, it's such a good cause. It's a great group of people, really well-run hospital, and they do an excellent job at what they do. So anytime I can come out and show them support, I'm just elated to do it.
Well, thanks, Brent. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for checking in with us.
Thank you.
OAC is a design and construction performance management firm that believes better is always possible. Since 1955, OAC has been improving where people live, work, learn, and play.
And we're back here, Lakeland Village, for the Jack Stark Invitational. And I'm going to let this gentleman introduce himself. He's with Skanska.
Hi, my name is Pete Maslenikov with Skanska. We're a general contractor who's been partnered with Mason Health for a number of years now.
And you don't know the number of years, just the number of years?
It's been a number of years, yeah.
Let's talk about Skanska. What does it do?
So at Skanska, we're a general contractor. We're hired to do construction projects, and we specialize. One of our specialties is working in healthcare, and so we've partnered with Mason Health to do a number of projects with them, completing the medical office building and a number of tenant improvements throughout the years.
Your feelings on this tournament and its benefit?
You know, this tournament's important in raising money to fund some of the funded need that's there for the hospital. We know that not everything is funded through the government, and there are ways that the foundation is able to raise money, and that supports the community and being able to provide high-quality healthcare services.
All right. Thanks, Pete. All we need from you today.
Thank you very much.
Skanska is a world-leading project development and construction group building for a better society.
Well, we have a special guest, and we're honored to have Dr. John Clayton, is it?
Yes.
All right. Tell us, what do you do?
I am a surgeon at Mason General.
Any particular specialty?
I do general surgery, so mostly abdominal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been with the hospital?
I've been here over 11 years now.
And you've played in this tournament?
I've played in the tournament probably all of the last 9 or 10 events except for when it was canceled.
Okay. We can't play when it's canceled, right? So your thoughts on the funds, what's going to be purchased with the funds raised today?
My understanding is that it's going to be for some OB equipment, and many years it's been various items. I think there was a year where it was something surgical that I would have used, so I know that it's important, and I appreciate that we're helping raise some money for some needed equipment.
Getting back to the golf course, have you played up here before?
The only time I played was, I guess, 2014 at this course, and that was for another one of these events.
So do you remember what you ran into out there on the course?
I remember that the weather that day was not good, and it looks a lot better today, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, thanks, Doctor.
All right, thank you.
Ads on. They add them on, and then we talk to them. We'll be back with more. Okay, sorry, folks. A little technical difficulty with some of what we're doing here today at Lakeland Village for the Quality Care Open, the Jack Stark Invitational. Sorry, face the camera, Diedrich. That'll do it for our live stream for today. If you want more information, I'm going to pull up the graphic here. Bring my graphic up here and step over to this side. Here's some more information on the Fundum item. You can also find more information on masongeneral.com/foundation. So check it out and enjoy your day, everyone. For MasonWebTV, powered by HCC, I'm Diedrich Allen, live from Lakeland Village in Allen today for the Quality Care Open, the Jack Stark Invitational. Thanks for checking us out.